Welcome to Amman here in Jordan. Game day 2 of the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027 qualifiers. And here in Group C, our game today sees Jordan try to complete the double over Syria. Here is the results so far. As you can see, Iran beat Iraq on game day 1 and Jordan picked up a considerable win over Syria. And here are our group standings right now. We have Iran and Jordan top of the table, 1 game, 1 win. Syria and Iraq looking to pick up their first wins here today. Scene is set perfectly for a very interesting game here in Jordan, as both teams look to lock in for game day 2. Syria ranked 74th in the world, 13th in Asia. As such, they enter these qualifiers not really expected by many to qualify. However, I think they've shown enough quality that they'll be able to make a big step up this time. However, that said, it is a very tough group that they are in. You imagine that they will be targeting wins against Iraq. That said, I'm also sure that they think they can potentially cause an upset in one of the games against Iran or this final game against Jordan here. I think they're under no misconception that this is a very tough test here today, but they'll enter with confidence. They'll enter with a bit of a no-fear approach, and from their player introductions, they certainly seem relaxed and positive heading into today's game. Now, Jordan to be introduced here. They rank 38th in the world, 8th in Asia. They've been to the last 2 World Cups. The expectation from inside the team, without a shadow of a doubt, will be that they will be in Qatar in 2027. However, plenty of nations in the Asia region who are on an upward trajectory, and it will be a far tougher challenge than maybe it has been in previous years. As such, every qualifier is important, but today would be very important if they can come away with the win. As always with qualification campaigns, it kind of starts with protecting your home floor. Get those wins in front of your home fans in comfortable environments, and that puts you on the right path to qualification. Good to see fans in the stands. We'll have a break in our commentary as we have the national anthems. First, the national anthem of Syria, followed by the national anthem for Jordan.
And we start with the national anthem of Syria. جمهورنا الكريم يرجى الوقوف في حال القدرة لعزف النشيد الوطني للجمهورية العربية السورية. national anthem of Jordan. الرجاء الاستمرار في حال القدرة لعزف الترانيم الملكي للمملكة الأردنية الهاشمية.
Both teams head to a huddle. Coaches head to the half to shake hands as we get ready to lock in for a huge game here in Amman today. Game day 2 of the qualifiers. These two met up against each other a couple of days ago. Jordan coming away with a 74-59 win in that one. Here are our officials for today's game. Yevgeny Mikheyev, Issam Al-Siabi and Alexei Stepanenko from Kazakhstan, Amman and Kazakhstan, respectively. They look ready. I hope you are too, for a little bit of Sunday hoops. Coach Rana looking on. Been in post for a few months now as we head in and have a look at Jordan's starting 5. They will start with Harris, Ibrahim, Al-Hamashay, Al-Tawil and Al-Dweri. Now in the 5 to start, but plenty of experience in this roster for Coach Rana. Expect him to rotate through plenty of players that have played in the big competitions, Asia Cups, World Cups, for him to lean on to try and leave window 1 with the perfect 2-0 record. As I say, been in post a few months now. Came in June 2025. Plenty of previous experience on the international stage to guide this Jordan team, hopefully to new heights. That's the plan. Now we head to the other end of the floor for Syria. They'll start with Abdullah Mikkelsen, Sheikh Ali Davis Jr. and Moran as the 5. And Coach Stiebing will be pulling the strings, trying to overcome what was a tough game on the back of a tough start, to be fair, for this Syrian team. They got off to a slow start on Thursday, and that's what really cost them, down by 10 at the end of the first quarter. And I'm sure that's what Coach Stiebing has been focusing in on. How can his team get a bit more of a lightning start into the game, not give themselves a hill to climb so early? One of the big areas, without doubt, will be they need to be more competitive on the boards. They had the fewest rebounds across all of the teams in Asia on the opening game day, and for sure they'll need to correct that today. As for Jordan, that fast start potentially marks some of the issues or areas for improvement in their game. I expect them to step up again here today. It was a good defensive performance, but offensively their perimeter game struggled, shooting less than 23% from outside. I expect them to improve as we progress. Just over a minute away from our opening tip-off here, and if you haven't already, please do download the official FIBA World Cup app, available wherever you get hold of your apps, completely free, and tons of info and entertainment on there, including our live stats as we progress through today's game. Also, you can jump in and join the first ever fantasy basketball competition for national team basketballs. There's the Tissot 1 minute to countdown tip-off counter as these teams look to close out window 1 of the qualifiers with a win. Remember, these qualifiers taking place all over the world, not just here in Asia today. 32 places available. Only one locked in right now. That's Qatar. They have their spot booked for 2027 as they are the hosts. The other 31 teams will comprise 5 from Africa, 7 from the Americas, 12 from Europe, and 7 from here in Asia, across 2 qualification rounds. So round 1 takes place here in November, December, and then round 2 is February, March time, and then round 3 will be in July. Those 6 games will determine which 3 teams in each group will progress through to the second round. Remember, they carry their results through with them. As both teams now come to the floor, ready to compete here. And we're underway here in Amman, Jordan. Game day 2 World Cup qualifiers. Syria going up against Jordan. Ibrahim hands it inside. Al-Hamashay to Al-Dweri. Good ball movement, good spacing here so far by Jordan. Little fade away offered up by Harris. The 2 is good and a foul has been called. This could be another bright start to the game for Jordan. And it will be foul called against Syria. So we will see Jordan get an additional possession. Altawil inbounds it to Ibrahim. Wide open. And the 3 ball is good. Al-Hamashay. That will give Jordan an early 5-point lead. Already troubling times for Syria. Catch and shoot in the corner. That one's off target. Scramble for the rebound, won by Syria, but it's stolen away. Al-Hamashay will be called for, will draw the foul. Blocking foul called. Second of the quarter already for Syria as well. Ibrahim. Al-Dweri goes to the baseline. Double team comes across and an easy finish. Al-Hamashay. Apologies for the interruption in commentary. We're back with the action as Al Doueri continues to exert the complete dominance of Jordan in this game. It's a 15-0 run to start the game. Timeout's been called here by Coach Stiebing as his team face an uphill struggle. A very passionate timeout from Coach Stiebing as his team right now are just being put to the sword by Jordan. They really have been relentless here. And you feel that Jordan realised that that hot start was very important to the win against Syria the other day. And they have more than exceeded what they did. Ball handed away. Lane will open up in the corner for three. That's deflected. Great defensive stand by Jordan. Back into the hands now of Harris, who will slow it down. Al Doueri. Back to Harris now. Patience here from Jordan. Shot clock at 5 though. Ball moved around. Al-Tawil inside. Pass back from Al Doueri is too late. Shot clock violation. I think we'll see more changes. Moran will inbound though. Davis Jr. looks to attack the basket, goes strong, hands it to the baseline, cut, and still Syria are pointless at the moment. Ibrahim attacks the basket, will go all the way through, spills that one out of bounds. One of the ever-presents, Freddie Ibrahim. I'll always remember that half-court heave at Asia Cup 2021 to win the game. Unbelievable, that one. Davis Jr. now looking for options. Trying to shake things up, drives inside, loses the handle. It's a scramble on the floor. That one's all tied up. Well, what a lightning start to the game for Jordan, and what a nightmare start for Syria. Horn's offense here for Jordan. Ibrahim comes off the screen, skips it to the weak side. Harris goes all the way through, back to Ibrahim. Near impossible pass. They're saying it was deflected. Officials didn't see that one. Baseline ball now. Al-Babasi will inbound, but we'll have some changes first. Ibrahim and Al Doueri come out of the game. Stolen away, can't hold on to it though. Too quick for our cameras there. Al-Tawil. As a comfortable, relaxed Coach Rana looks on. Foul's going to be called. off the ball as it was inbounded. Jordan working very hard to keep the ball out of certain players' hands. Doubling up here. Davis Jr. does have it though. Blocking foul's going to be called on Kanan. Just a half second too late to get the stand in place. Yeah, still moving. Sheikh Ali has it knocked out of bounds. Aluguan drops it out. Adelvi inbounds it. Drive inside, strong move. Still no joy for Syria. Will they go again? Yes, they will, and it's an and one play to get them underway. Stanley Davis Jr. with almost 7 minutes off the game clock. Jordan at last trouble the scorers. And they are made to work very hard. That is how pumped he is just to get this one going. Slaps the support of the basket and heads to the line for free throws. Was perfect from the free throw line in game day 1. Actually led the way for Syria, had 23 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. But did play 39 minutes of basketball. Continues to be perfect from the free throw line and trims Jordan's lead to 12. Oh, a lovely crossover. Harris goes strong, draws the defense. Kanan now will attack and kick. Long two is off target. Oh, wow. Harris was looking to throw that one down. Instead, he'll take the three and hit the three ball. Jalen Harris. Drive in, soft right hand, too soft. Rebound ripped down. We'll see another change here for Jordan. Here's the foul as Shahir looks to go through the middle. Instead, Shahir will head to the line. Only played a couple of minutes in game day 1, Mohamed Shahir. Didn't get any points on the board, does now. Absolutely one of the veterans in this roster, has played in 3 World Cups, including back in 2010. Baseline ball now for Syria as Jordan's lead extends out to 17. Nuno hands it away. Draby comes back into the hands now of Davis Jr. He attracts a double team, no real surprise. Hezi inside, drops it off. Beautiful play, but the finish once again lets Syria down. Draby given a perfect pass, but not quite there with the finish. Knocked out of bounds by Ababisi. Sideline ball for Jordan. Ibrahim tight ropes it on the half. Whips it to the corner, wide open. Off the rim and away for Aluguan. Kicked back out, wide open in the slot for three. Heavy-handed, foul's going to be called though, as Shahir is overly aggressive in the box out. Another foul's going to be called off the ball. I think this time it's whistled on Hasuna. Drums ringing out here in the arena, providing the soundtrack for today's game. Adelbi heads to the line for two, as both teams are in the penalty. Final 90 seconds, just under of this first quarter. We'll get the second to go. Syria slowly but surely moving the scoreboard along, but Jordan absolute and pure domination of this game so far. Hasuna almost loses the handle into the hands of Ibrahim. Hands away, skipped through. That one is spilled. Nuno has it stolen away from him though, and Jordan will exploit the broken play. Kanan for three. That's short. Tip inside, no good. They'll go again and again. Little game of pit-pat on the offensive board, but Syria control it. Three in and out. Rebound for Hasuna. Ibrahim cutting through the defense, hands it back to the top. That's a little flat. Jordan's scoring rate has certainly slowed down in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Syria hasn't greatly picked up, although another strong drive by Davis Jr. will see them with a chance to get points from the free throw line. Heading to the line again is Davis Jr. First is good. Back to the line for the second. That one is good as well. Davis Jr. certainly showing out here in this first window. 5 points today, 3 boards already. Syria leaning heavy on his shoulders. Ibrahim whips it around, good ball movement. Kanan wide open for three, clips the front of the iron and away. Wonderful follow though. Al-Hamashay. That's the end of the first quarter of action, and a near perfect performance in the first 10 minutes from Jordan. Hardly put a foot wrong defensively. So strong, particularly on their rim protection. And that is why at the end of the first quarter, it's Syria 6, Jordan 22. Here are the stats from the first quarter. Not pretty viewing from Syria's perspective. Much better from Jordan's. And that is why they currently hold a 16-point lead. Here are some of the top plays from that first 10 minutes of action. The vast majority are from the players in the white jerseys. Harris in particular, what a strong start to the game he's had. 8 points, 2 boards already. Versatile player, strong, athletic, fundamentally sound. That is why he's been able to create. There's Al-Dweri going baseline, handing it away. We saw that connection that we've seen many a time before between Al-Dweri and Al-Hamashay, working well. Oh, what a pass! Ibrahim, you've got to love that play. Harris gets the score, but it's Ibrahim with a beautiful behind-the-back play. Freddie Ibrahim pulling the strings that time. And that was the bucket from Al-Dweri that put Jordan 15-0 up, and that is what forced Syria into a timeout. If you have your phones to hand, scan the QR code on the screen, download Courtside 1891, the app that brings you streams, schedule, scores, and so much more. If you love basketball, if you love international basketball, you have to have that app on your phone. It's not a choice. You've just got to have it. It is a hell of a resource to have. Second quarter underway here in Amman. Game day 2 of the World Cup qualifiers as Syria go up against Jordan. At the end of the first quarter, Jordan leading this one by 16. Step back, Davis Jr. comes up short. Al-Hamashay with the rebound. And now Jordan will patiently build, no rush for them. Down into the low block, Al-Dweri kicks it out. Ibrahim wide open, hits the three. Al-Dweri drawing the double team, creating the disruption. And the space was way too much for Ibrahim to turn down. Al-Jabi hands it away to Dribi. Davis Jr. way off the mark. Once again, Jordan will slow it down with their 19-point lead. No rush for them. Ibrahim back to Al-Dweri. Harris for three. And rolls in another big shot, already double digits for Jalen Harris. 11 points, 4 from 8 from the field. That's his second three ball of the game. Al-Jabi picks it up. Moran, strong to the basket, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Pulled down by Al-Hamashay. Foul will be called on Nuno. Sideline ball for Jordan. First foul of the quarter. Coach Rana, as you would expect, looking exceptionally calm. Gently strolling up and down the floor. Coach Stiebing certainly being made to work an awful lot harder right now. Harris in the corner. Pulls in, mid-range two. Not this time. Mickelson pulls down the rebound. Dumped inside. Foul will be called, I think. That one whistle maybe on Harris. I think it was. That will send Draby to the line for two. First trip of the night. Only had 2 points in 24 minutes against Jordan on Friday. Would certainly want to and expect to see more today. One of the veteran players in this Syria roster. Hits both from the free throw line, and vital when Syria are given those opportunities that they take them. Harris kicks it out. Three ball was there, not taken though. Ibrahim for 3 instead. And Ibrahim hits his second triple of the game. Looks so relaxed stepping into that. Such a sweet, beautifully timed stroke. Mikkelsen in the corner. He'll answer with a 3 of his own. First triple of the game for Syria. Missed their first 6 opportunities, hit their 7th. Mikkelsen with his first points as well. Had 12 on Friday in the reverse of this fixture. Al-Dweri, oh, over the head. Pass can't be held on to. It will remain Jordan's ball. Substitution coming in for Syria. Al-Drabi will come out as Abdullah comes in. Baseline ball for Jordan, 2.3 seconds on the shot clock. Past Al-Hamashay, and he's blocked. Knocked out of bounds by Ibrahim. That'll be Syria ball on the baseline. They've only got a few seconds to get it up over the half. No pressure though, so they do. And Way, heavy-handed jumper, not on target this time. Ibrahim glides inside, defense parts for him to just glide to the glass for 2. As Jordan's lead now balloons out to a game-high 22. Oh, spin move! How smooth and quick was that from Davis Jr.? Almost feels like the drums are showing some appreciation for the move. Foul called on Altawil. He'll head to the line for 2 free throws. First is short. Back to the line for the second. First miss across either games from the free throw line. We'll get the second a go though. Has scored half of Syria's points so far, Davis Jr. Ibrahim now, pick and roll with Al-Dweri. Al-Hamashay will get the pass though. That trio know each other exceptionally well. Oh, baseline pass like a rocket. Whip to the weak side, Ibrahim for 3. That's short this time. And a breakaway 2. That is a gift really for Syria, and one that they're desperately in need of. Al-Jabi with the breakaway. Jordan's lead cut back to 22. And with that, Jordan will call a timeout. 4:45 left in the first half. A 22-point lead for Jordan. 4:45 left in this first half. And it is a very one-sided affair here in Amman. Jordan currently lead this one 36-14. They went 15-0, so to be fair to Syria, since that point it's 26. Shot in the corner and a big three. Hasuna with the triple. Ball moved away. Mikkelsen now looking for Davis Jr., but that one's closed away. Sheikh Ali will hand it into the corner. Shot clock down to 5. Travelling violation is going to be called. Coach Stiebing furiously calling out to his team from the side. Down low, over the head again from Al-Dwiri. 3 short this time though, but a recovery. Foul will be called as Al-Dwiri draws the foul. He'll head to the free throw line. Foul whistled on Sheikh Ali. Al-Dwiri, one of the most iconic Jordanese players, probably of all time, really. 18 points, 10 rebounds in game day 1, as well as 5 assists. He is one of those big men that are able to pass out of the post with a real flourish as well. Likes being creative for sure. Drive in, dumped off, Mikkelsen reverse layup. Jordan's defense has eased off a little and Syria are making the most of it right now. Mikkelsen up to 5 points. 3.5 minutes to the half. Still a very one-sided affair. Kanan. Ibrahim in and out with the 3. Oh, big rebound as Davis Jr. just reaches high for that one. Mikkelsen for 3. Another miss for Syria. Foul's going to be called as Al-Dwiri has it ripped away. Davis Jr. called for that foul. It'll be baseline ball for Jordan. Second foul of the game for Davis Jr. That will be a worry for Syria. He is their go-to offensively. Has 6 of the 16 as well as 5 rebounds in this game. Adelby. Harris going strong there. Strong move by Harris, draws the foul. Heading to the free throw line. Harris, one of those super impressive players. So versatile, quick, strong, athletic, smart, fundamentally such a good player. And there's the epitome of the commentator's curse as he misses the first of his 2 free throws. Back at the line for the second. Gets a second to go, 15 points in the game already for Harris. Sheikh Ali trying to find a way through, has to fade away. Long outlet pass, quarterback pass, but it can only be batted out of bounds by Al-Tawil. We'll see another timeout called here by Syria. 2 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first half. And Coach Stiebing will use his second and final timeout as his team currently trail by 25.
Here and catch the ball. Dwyer is going to deny you. You gotta start low and come high. How many times I gotta say that? I say it nice, you don't do it. So now I gotta be an asshole. Run the fucking play. Hold on. We ran special. Go screen whoever passes. Come back to the ball. Do what we ask you to do.
مش خد مكانك انت فوق بلش من تحت مش هتطلع بسرعه تستلم الطابه الا الجاردات ما تعمل سبيشات الا الجاردات.
Well, a very passionate timeout from Coach Steebing. Apologies for some of the language used within that timeout as he's trying to get his message across to his team, because right now Jordan just have slipped the game into cruise control and Syria struggling to disrupt the flow of the action. Mickelson. A little bit of full court pressure offered by Jordan as they drop into a 2-3 zone. Mickelson looks to go through. Foul on Shahar. Mickelson will go to the line for 2 shots. Didn't get to the free throw line in game day 1. Hits his first. And his second. So thunder clap goes around the arena here. Drive inside, foul. Harris thankfully doesn't land too heavily. Big contact while he was in the air. He'll head to the line for 2 instead. Going to see a change as Ologwan goes back into the game. Altawil will come out. Also see Moran head back into the action for Syria. Harris stepping up to the line for 2. As Jordan really, you have to tip your hat to them. This is a very impressive opening half that we are seeing here. Clearly understanding the game. Coach Rana leading the way. Two from the line for Harris as he continues to dominate. He's almost scored as many points as Syria have as a team. That's how good Harris's game has been so far. Inside now, Sheikh Ali hands it to Mickelson for 3. That's short. Nice rebound by Moran. Sheikh Ali will put the 3 up this time, rolls it in. First 3 of the game for Sheikh Ali. Harris now against Mickelson. Quick first step, free throw line jumper, no good. Knocked out of bounds off Shahar's hands. After a disastrous start to the game, Syria have found a little bit of a foothold. They're a long way from fighting their way back in, but they're certainly playing with a little bit more fluidity and confidence here in the second quarter. Lovely pass, but it's fumbled away. Shahar will come away with it and hand it away to Ahamache. Three from the wing, a big shot. Al-Hamache, the 39-year-old, has Still got what it takes to play at the highest levels. Now Babisi gets it back, feeds the low block. Sheikh Ali all the way through to Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen with a bullet pass inside. Big stand and a big block by Mohamed Shahir. Harris at the top for three, won't get the roll. Dropped out of bounds by Uruguay. Crowd are sadly enjoying themselves here. Love to see this atmosphere here in Jordan. 39.9 seconds left. Jordan will use their second and final timeout of the first half. They lead by 25 here. And the crowd are enjoying the performance they've seen so far here in the first half. Closing seconds here of the first half. Clock on your screen is incorrect. Catch and shoot. Harris at the top. No good, and that one will roll out of bounds. 6.1 seconds remaining. Harris heading to the line for 2 free throws. What a first half he has had. Thought he had a good game day one. 22 points, 4 balls, 4 assists. Pretty much odds on to decimate that performance here today, unless they sit him for most of the second half. That takes him up to 19 points personal, 6 free throws, 3 triples, 5 from 12 from the field. And he goes 3 from 3 for that trip. Takes Jordan up to the 49-point mark. Himself up to the 20-point mark personally. And most importantly, gives Jordan a 28-point lead. There's the heave at the end of the first half. And that will be the half-time hooter. A first 20 minutes of basketball where Jordan showed real quality, real execution. Syria right now struggling at the half. It's Syria 21, Jordan 49. Here are the shooting stats from the first half. Jordan, as you can see, comfortable from all over the floor. Syria struggling pretty much from all over the floor. Jordan once again dominating the rebounding battle. Leading scorers, Harris leads all scorers with 20. Mikkelsen leads Syria with 7. A dominant first half performance from Jordan while Syria struggling. Here are some of the highlight plays from the first half of action, and to say that Jordan got off to a dream start is an understatement. They got a 15-0 head start to this game. very similar to how the game started on Friday between these two. Syria just cold coming out of the blocks, and Jordan locked in, laser focused from the opening tip. None more so than that man there, Harris. What a first half he's had. 20 points, 4 rebounds, and of those 20 points, includes 3 triples. Not a million miles behind him is Freddie Ibrahim. He has 11 points as well as 3 assists, as Jordan are running rampant here right now in front of their home fans, and Syria still trying to find a way to change the flow of this game. A mountain to climb for the Syrian team in the second half. You almost feel it's Jordan's game to throw away right now. Holding a 28-point lead at the half in a game where they've held Syria to just 21, suggests it's a long way back. At the half, it's Syria 21, Jordan 49. Second half coming up very shortly.
Too strong and just too good.
Bogdanovic, who goes in and scores. Ah!
This is what it's all about.
It's all one big basketball family, folks. He is a magician. Winning time. Both teams over the limit. You have got to be kidding me!
Here he goes again. Oh, no look pass. Straight into the hands of Ramos. And Philippines starting to show their quality, starting to impose their class on the game.
It was hard. Take it down low and goes up for the two-handed jam.
Casing Tominaga's got Watanabe. There's the alley-oop and Ayasu Minasai. Watanabe Airlines, baby. What a dime. Well, you knew it was coming. Gilbeck. Oh, my goodness. Gilbeck down the middle. What a play. Well, big man just received the rock. And in the end, the Formosa's Dreamers just went in with a two-handed rib rocker.
Here's Lee. And, oh, great hustle down the court and the block by China. A bit of a misread. That was really Beyond's fault. Oh, great recovery and the block by Lee Won-Sok.
Chang goes baseline, reverse layup, counted. Taoyuan and Pilots have won. What a move! Incredible.
Baseline pass. Oh, what a block by Galloway. Bodies everywhere.
Over 3 minutes. Oh, what a behind-the-back play. Kawamata. Oh, baby. Oh, Majide. The magic by Togashi. Finding Koya Kawamata. Incredible. Well, Nanji Deska. Nagasaki Velka gets that one. Well, sublime primetime dive. And arigato Tomodachi. Japan can have one final shot. There it is. It's up. Oh, Sugoi. Oh, Majide Baba Boom. Are you Doesn't that give you memories of 2019? Japan has done this before. That is very similar to Rusei Shinoyama against Qatar in 2019 in the World Cup qualifiers.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks the closeout. Feed Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Well, welcome back to Amman in Jordan. We're at the halfway stage of game day 2 here in the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. And at the half, Jordan in full control of this one. It's Syria 21, Jordan 49. A very, very big lead and a very commanding performance here in the opening 20 minutes. Really, so little that Syria could have done. Jordan just dominant, particularly defensively early on. Jordan came out with a 15-0 run to start the game. Really unbelievable when you think about how impressive that is. And much of it led by this man here, Jalen Cole Harris. 20 points, 4 rebounds at the half. Putting on a show, that's for sure. Little step back 2 there in the short corner, drawing the foul. So many big plays from Harris in that first half, and doing it across the floor as well. You know, showed his jumper, showed his strength and agility. Nice little behind the back pass there from Ibrahim. Harris really has had a big impact, almost scoring as many on his own as Syria have as a team, but their highest scorer in the first half is Andre Mikkelsen. He has 7 points, including a triple, 2 assists as well. He's trying to do what he can to try and get this team back into the game. It is not easy. Right now they are facing a well-gelled, very cohesive Jordanian team who have just been impressive so far. Not a moment where they've really dropped the ball or made any mistakes or took their foot off the gas. They really have been pushing hard pretty much all the way through the first half of this game. No wonder we see plenty of smiles in the crowd here in Amman. Their team, the Jordanian team, delivering a masterclass in the first 20 minutes, and right now there's nothing that would suggest that we're not going to see a similar performance here in the second half. It is down to Syria, it is down to Coach Steebing. He was infuriated at times in that first half. Can he find a solution? Can he find a way for his team to try and battle their way back in? The Syrian players coming back to the floor slowly now to get back into their preparations. A little under 5 minutes into the start of the second half. And while we have a chance, if you have your phones to hand, why not download the official FIBA Basketball World Cup app? Available wherever you get hold of your apps, completely free. Loads on there for you to get your teeth into, highlight clips, loads of long written features for you to get into the depths and detail. Or if you're just a stat junkie, you can head to the box score, the real-time stats for this game and every game as they tick on through. Remember, the games aren't just here in Asia, they are taking place all over the world. Fans from all over the world dancing along. Remember, 32 teams will make it to Qatar. Only one of them guaranteed, that's the host country right now. Dozens and dozens and dozens of countries around the world starting their qualification campaigns over the last few days and will continue to do so over the next couple. Love to see the fans enjoying themselves. Jordan national team come back to the floor as well. A lighter touch half-time probably from Coach Rana for them. There's not much to tinker with really when you're on track for nearly 100 points in a game and you're keeping your opponents to under 50. I'm not sure a coach can ask for much more than that. I'm sure that Coach Rana has found a few areas that maybe they could look to adjust and improve. I've never known a coach that doesn't see possible improvements in their team no matter what the scoreline is. There is the man of the moment, Jalen Harris, 20 points in that first half, scoring from all over the floor as well. Mid-range, long range, getting to the bucket. Has 3 triples in the first half. Shooting 7 from 8 from the free throw line right now. Very little, if anything, in his game that isn't being delivered to the highest level. Here's Syria's stats leaders, Mickelson, leading their scoring. He has 7 in the first half. Davis Jr. with 6 and 5 rebounds. He is certainly one that could be the game changer for Syria in this second half. But right now it is tough to see how that change is going to be made. And there is Mickelson, 7 points, 2 assists. He too is one of those players that can score across the floor. Happy stepping out on the perimeter, happy putting the ball on the floor and trying to get to the bucket. Teams called back to their benches, get final instructions from their coaches before we get things underway here in the second half. Great mix of Syrian and Jordanian fans here, getting on and cheering their teams on. How is Coach Stephen going to try and change things up here in the second half? It's a big ask for sure, but Syria, whether they can come back and win the game or not is one question, but they want to look for improvement here in this second half. Coach Rana too, even though his team are dominating, will be asked for those improvements. There is the QR code, scan that, head over and download the official World Cup Qualifiers app. Perfect companion throughout the qualifiers over the next couple of years as we build towards the World Cup in Qatar. Waiting for the starting fives to come back to the floor, just a few seconds away from the restart here, game day 2. Give you some updates from around the group. Iraq versus Iran, a closer one today, with Iran coming away with an 86-71 win on the road in that one. Iran will finish window 1 with a perfect 2-0 record. Iraq potentially will finish in 3rd by the looks of it, depending on this result here, with a 71-86 loss there. Second half action though underway here in Amman in Jordan. Game day 2 here in Group C. At the half, Jordan in full control. Oh, Al-Dweri will look for the putback one-hander. It springs away. Jordan will hold on to possession. Al-Dweri goes to the basket. The defense just flops away. Al-Dweri, a wry smile on his face as he walks back down the floor. Will be baseline ball here for Syria on the back of that score for Al-Dweri. Just his 2nd bucket of the game. Does have 7 rebounds and 3 assists though, so don't judge that he hasn't been influential in this huge lead that Jordan have. Adelbi. Shot up, no good. Rebound. Back into Jordanian hands. Harris glides to the basket for another two. Coach Steebing already 56 seconds into the second half calls for a timeout. I imagine we're going to hear another frustrated Coach Steebing's instruction to his team. Let's head into his huddle.
Stanley, here we go. Try to come off. Put a body on his man. His man's going to be hovering tight. Come, skin to skin. Try to come with a dribble handoff, okay?
When I go,
roll straight to the basket.
Let's go.
Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Well, a rather calm timeout this time from Coach Steebing, just asking for those corrections, those alterations, as he tries to find some advantage, find some adjustments to help his team just compete a little bit more here. Davis Jr. Drive inside off the glass for two. Smart move, smart play. Adilbi now into the hands of Harris, the man of the moment for Jordan. Harris with a little stutter step, stolen away, stolen back. Harris for three, that's short. Davis Jr. with the rebound. Flies down the floor, Mickelson for three. Won't get the roll. Scramble for the rebound. It's going to be scooped up by Jordan. Al-Hamashay to Ibrahim. Al-Dweri. Good ball movement. Jordan just moving the defense around however they would like. Al-Dweri. Finger roll for two. Drive inside, stripped away by Harris. Coach Rana is calling for a coach's challenge. We will have a coach's challenge. He's saying Harris stripped it away, but it came off a Syrian leg. So it will be Jordanian ball if the coach's challenge is upheld. The officials head over to the replay monitor. It's the drive from Adilbi. Yeah, and it does suggest it's off his leg. Let's have a look here. Yeah, it does look like it came off his leg. Let's see what the officials say. It will be Jordanian ball. A smart coach's challenge by Coach Rana and Jordan. Jalen Harris was very clear straight away that he wanted a coach to call the challenge on that call, and it was the right one to make. Foul will be called as Altawil takes the ball off the handoff and draws the contact. Something's going to happen as Davis Jr. comes out of the action. That's his 4th personal foul that we've seen. That really does put Syria right on the back foot. One of their star players from game day 1. 23 points he had. Heads to the bench with only 6 but 4 fouls. Harris for 3 way downtown. Off left. Nice rebound and another foul drawn. Altawil crashing the O-glass hard. Easy foul for the officials to call there as Al-Jabi reaches in and slaps across the arm. Back out the line for the second. Jordan continue to dominate here. A 7-2 start to this, sorry, an 8-2 start to this second half. And Syria continue to struggle offensively to find any kind of rhythm or focal point to their offense. That one's stolen away. Another turnover. That one's off the hand of Adelbi, so it will be Jordanian ball still. Only got 3 seconds to get it over the half. Ibrahim will easily do so under very little pressure. Al-Hamashay calls the offense, triggers the fluid movement here. Altawil fakes the 3, kicks it out to Harris. Harris, mid-range 2, rolls in. And that is just beautiful offense from Jordan. They just are gelled as a team. They're running their structured half-court offense perfectly. The timing, the patience, everything being delivered beautifully so far in today's game for Jordan. Mickelson almost loses possession as Ibrahim gets his hand in there. Down into the low block. Knocked out of bounds by Ibrahim. Oh, and thrown away. That's a shot clock violation. I don't think Al-Jabi's teammates were ready for that play just yet. Ibrahim hands it back. Kicked out. Ibrahim for 3 in the slot. No good. Al-Dweri, another rebound. That one's knocked out of bounds by Adilbi. And right now, again, Syria struggling on the boards. Jordan have 14 offensive rebounds. Syria have 13 defensive rebounds. So Jordan have had more rebounds on Syria's glass than Syria have. That is a recipe for a nightmare of a game. Giving a team the quality of Jordan that many second chance opportunities is only ever going to end one way. And that is with a scratch in the losses column. And that is where Syria are heading rapidly towards right now. Harris backs it out. Ibrahim kicks it out. Open on the wing. Heavy-handed this time. Rebound falls kindly to Sheikh Ali. Down into the low block. Traveling has been called, or is it a foul? I think it is the foul on Al-Dweri. He just kind of lost contact with Adribi. Yeah. Adrabi just making the most of that momentary lapse. Al-Douairi heads to the bench, as does Al-Tawel. Syria will make a change as well as Nuno comes in. Mikkelsen. Handed away. 3 ball rolls in. That's a big shot. Syria certainly would benefit from a bit more of a perimeter threat. Sheikh Ali with the 3. Kanan off the back of the iron and bounces away, but it's knocked out of bounds by Sheikh Ali, so Jordan will regain possession. But on that, we're going to see a timeout called by Coach Rana. Continuously looking for those improvements. It's a 33-point lead right now for Jordan with 4:46 left in this third quarter. We're going to head in the huddle and listen to what Coach has to say. No more than you would expect. A very composed timeout, looking to make those minor adjustments for Jordan. Hand in pocket, super relaxed. Coach Rana knows that his team are playing at a very high level right now. He'll be very happy with how window 1 has gone. It will get more difficult as they progress. Jordan's next game is against Iran, Friday the 27th of February. That will be what many see as the toughest challenge in this group. Kanan will drive the baseline here, whips it all the way through to the weak side corner. No good. Rebound pulled down by Al-Jabi. Foul's going to be called. Kanan called for that. Not going to lie, I'm enjoying the drumming soundtrack we have here in the arena. Real adds flavor. Crowd are enjoying it as well. Al-Jabi splits the defense, drives inside, tough play. Doesn't get the angles right off the glass. The Jordanian defense just stands firm. Harris. Technical foul has been called on Coach Stiebing, I think. This will send Harris to the line for a bonus. Not sure he needs the help with his scoring tally. Either way, he'll hit his 8th free throw of the game and take himself up to a 25-point personal tally. Unbelievable for him, superseding his 22 points that he picked up on Friday. Ibrahim hands it back to Kanan. Just about 4 minutes left in this third quarter. Kanan will spill possession, but dives on the loose ball. Harris for 3. And what else do you expect? Jalen Harris dropping another long-range dagger. What a game he's having. Almost stolen away. Kanan getting in the face. Not this time for Al-Jabi. Drive to the basket and 1. Ibrahim, strong, athletic, draws contact, stays with the play. Heading to the line for the bonus now, Ibrahim. 3 from 3 so far this evening. Another technical foul has been called, and that is Coach Steebing thrown out of the game. And he is absolutely behaving ridiculously right now. Coach Steebing will have to head back to the locker room. Needs to be careful that this isn't extended further. He'll have punishment for this. If he's not careful, it will go further. So Coach Steebing excluded from the game. 2 technical fouls. Taking his frustrations out on the officials, which I'm not sure. From my perspective, I haven't seen any dubious calls at all or no calls. Not sure where the frustration towards the officials has stemmed. Ibrahim now will head to the line for the bonus as Harris has been subbed out of the game. He'll hit the technical free throw. And now we will see Ibrahim have his and one. Chance to take it out to a 41-point lead. And he does. Ibrahim up to 16 points. Sorry, 15 points personal now. And Jordan really just cool, calm in their composure to this game, just delivering a clinical performance. Knocked away, good hands into the passing lane by Abu Wasne. And that will be a turnover for Jordan. Syria ball on the sidelines. 3:18 left in this third quarter. And Syria right now continue to struggle offensively. It's 18-5 in favor of Jordan here in this third quarter. Al-Babisi hands it inside. Wraith will come back out. Catch and shoot in the corner. Sheikh Ali, no good. Ibrahim stretches up high, rips the rebound down. Step back three ball, Ibrahim. Not this time. Sheikh Ali with the rebound. 6th board of the game for Omar Sheikh Ali. Drive inside, whipped out. Glances off the side of the rim and no more, but for once Syria crashed the glass hard and come away with a second chance opportunity. Not capitalised. And Shahar brings down the rebound. Hasuna being harassed the whole time. Baseline drive, Ibrahim tripped on his way through by Michel Rath. Wraith picks up his first foul of the game. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, just getting to the party a little late there, Wraith. Ibrahim blocked on his way through. He heads back to the free throw line. 5 from 5 so far this evening. .16 points personal as he heads back for the second. What a player Ibrahim has been for such a long time for the national team. Feels like he's been around for an eternity. And then you look in and you're going, how is Ibrahim just 29 years of age? He really has been a long-term servant. This Jordanian team have had plenty, though, to be fair. Strong move to the glass, no good. That one's out of bounds, but will remain Syrian ball. As the Syrian coaching staff now have to step up, with Coach Steebing having been excluded to the game for 2 technical fouls and a Quick baseline inbound pass to Al-Jabi. Sees Syria get some more points on the board. Much needed points as well. Foul's going to be called on Al-Jabi. Plays a high tempo, aggressive style of defense. Syria just have an impromptu huddle right now. They're in the penalty. So Jordan are walking the full length of the floor for free throws. Altawil steps up. 2 from 2 so far this evening in today's game. Good with the first. Out to a 42-point ball game now. About the final 90 seconds of this third quarter. Jordan sitting in a 2-3 zone. Al-Sheikh. Inside, oh, blocked with strength and power, Shahir. Sheikh Ali's three was no good. The rebound picked up, but Shahir just came in and batted it away. Jabi, long inbound. Adelbi hands it away, but it's out of bounds. It's off the hands of Altawil, so it will be Syrian ball on the sideline. 6 on the shot clock. Al-Jabi way downtown, hits a three. That's a monster shot from Tariq Al-Jabi. Look how nonchalantly he wanders back down the floor. In the corner, the three is heavy from Al-Shayeb, and Al-Jabi breaks away for a quick fast break layup. 5 quick points for Al-Jabi. Up to 7 points personal, sorry, 9 points personal now. Pace of the game has picked up. Shahir called for the foul. A little aggression afterwards as well. That one's been calmed down. Syria finishing the quarter brighter than they started it, that's for sure. They still have been outscored 21-12 though in this quarter. Jordan continuing to extend this lead. No good for Sheikh Ali. And it will be Jordanian ball with about 15.5 seconds left in the quarter clock. Ball inbounded, almost stolen away, but dropped out of bounds, frustratingly so. Al-Jabi plays with such determination, such aggression. Kanan brings it up over the half. 5 left on the quarter clock. Foul's going to be called. With just about 3.5 seconds left on the quarter clock, an unsportsmanlike foul called, I think, on Kanan. It is. That will send Syria, well, it'll send Adilbi to the line for 2. First is no good. Gets a second to go. 36-point lead for Jordan. Thrown away, but foul called. In fact, no, end of the quarter here. Another dominant display from Jordan as they control the game on both ends of the floor. Syria working hard, but at the end of 3, it's Syria 34, Jordan 70. Here are the stats from that third quarter of action. Syria struggling with their efficiency, doing a good job from the free throw line. Jordan, just good numbers across the board, delivering in every aspect of the game right now, as they look like they are cruising their way towards 2 wins from 2. Great to see the crowd courtside enjoying this game, both Syrian and Jordan fans. Here are some of the best plays from that third quarter of action. Another dominant display from Jordan, outscoring Syria 21-13, and clearly there are some key players in this clinical performance. Al-Daweri is one, and that man there has led the way. Jalen Harris, 28 points, 5 rebounds in under 23 minutes. Just unstoppable at times, doesn't even look to be doing anything magical, and then you look at the stats that he is producing and you're just aware of exactly how high level he is. Ibrahim, another important piece of the puzzle, pulling all the strings from the point guard position. He's got 4 assists in the game so far. If you have your phones to hand, do scan the QR code on your screen. Download the Courtside 1891 app as our fourth quarter action gets underway here in Amman in Jordan. With 10 minutes left to play, it's Syria 34, Jordan 70. Al-Jabi, no good with the 3 this time, ripped down by Al-Tawil. Harris with a hesitation, kicks it away, wide open for Al-Tawil. Rolls over the top of the rim. That one's knocked out of bounds by Ibrahim. Baseline ball for Syria. And from Syria's perspective, they almost need to mentally position this as 0-0 on the scoreboard. Reset the scoreboard here for the fourth quarter and see how competitive they can be. 3 at the top, high rebound on the back of the iron. Nice offensive board, Al-Jabi. Oh, a two-handed monster putback. Adelmi with authority. Look at this. Rebound comes up, times it with perfection. Takes out some of the frustration on the rim. Makes it shake. Technical foul has been called on Coach Rana. That will send Syria to the line for a bonus. Al-Jabi already standing there. Al-Jabi at the line. And it's good to go. First trip to the free throw line for him, and first Syrian player to get to double digits. Only had 5 on Friday's game, has 10 today. Down into the low block, Al-Daweri establishes so deep in the paint, locks that foot down into the restricted area. Al-Jabi now will drive baseline, kicks it out. Sheikh Ali will roll home the jumper. A strong start for Syria here in the fourth quarter. A 5-0 run to start the last period. This is what I was talking about. Mentally, they want to take it back to 0-0 and see how competitive they can be now in the next 10 minutes. Harris way downtown. comes up short. Sheikh Ali with the rebound. Hands it to the ever-energetic Al-Jabi. Three from the wing. That comes up short. Harris scoops up the loose ball rebound. Harris at the top for three. In and out. Ibrahim with another rebound. Whip to the weak side. Al-Hamashe hands it to Harris. Corner pocket three is good. Money in the bank for Jalen Harris. 31 points now. Stolen away. Too quick for the camera. Oh, off the glass. Al-Dweri with the alley-oop. Pass from Ibrahim. Gotta love the showtime here in Jordan. It's got the crowd on their feet. Drive inside. Knocked out of bounds, so Syria will hold on to possession. Changes for both teams. Here's the lob pass off the glass. There's the thunderous two-hander from Al-Dweri. That is something out of the training court. Under 7 to play. 34-point lead. Al-Jabi trying to shake Al-Dweri. Al-Dweri's long arms reach around and knock it away. It's going to be another pass. It's way too hot to handle from Ibrahim. Al-Dweri walks over with a right smile on his face and a look in his eyes saying, you need to pass it a little bit cleaner for me than that. Al-Jabi blasts his way through but loses possession again. Harris now glides down the floor. Lob pass, another easy two. Al-Dweri again, the benefactor. 11 points now for Al-Dweri, the fourth Jordanian player in double digits. As after a slow start to the final quarter, Jordan have found their feet and their scoring touch once again. Al-Dweri will be called for the foul as Syria look to split that defense on the hedge. Just his second foul of the game though. We're going to see the return of Mickelson here and the return of Davis Jr. Davis Jr. on 4 fouls has limited his minutes. Sheikh Ali deflects that one out of bounds, so it'll be Jordan ball on the baseline. Ibrahim slowly brings it up over the half as Jordan look to cruise their way to 2 wins in 2 games. Into the corner. Whip through. Harris. Logo 3. My goodness me. The range that he has. Unreal. 31 points now for Jalen Harris. 3 no good. For Adribi. Adribi trying his hardest, but not having much joy today. Inside to Al-Dweri, and another 3 from Harris. When a player hits this rhythm, just give him the ball. That's the offense, just give him the ball. And that is what Jordan are doing right now. 37 points for Jalen Harris. He scored almost as many as Syria have. Syria call a timeout here with just 5 minutes and 12 seconds left on the game clock. I'm not that sure there is much that Syria can do when a player is in this kind of form, is having this kind of game. You can really only do so much. to slow them down and restrict them. Syria probably could overplay Harris a little bit more, but with the quality that Jordan have throughout their roster, not even the 5 on the floor, all the way down to 12, you can't overplay one player and sacrifice the rest of your defense. Here's the play of the game. Lob pass off the glass, finished with authority. Ibrahim to Al-Dweri, or is it this? The way downtown, the parking lot 3 from Harris. Jordan sit back into this 2-3 zone. Davis Jr. now into the hands of Nuno. Traveling violation will be whistled on Abdullah. Shea has it knocked away, but will scoop up the loose ball and actually manages to turn it into a positive and gets himself a bucket. 12 points now for Al Shea. Foul's going to be called, I think, on Chahar. It is. Nice pass from Mikkelsen. Little handoff. Heading to the line is Abdullah. First trip of the night as we see Ibrahim head to the bench for Jordan and Kenan step back on the floor. It's a nice little rotation they have between those two. Different style players, but equally as effective. Catch and shoot. Harris at the top again, and it's raining triples for Jalen Harris. Call the record keepers because he is on a roll right now. Unbelievable. 40 points, 8 threes. He is unstoppable. Mikkelsen hits a 3 of his own. That's a big shot. Second 3 of the game for him as he's starting to edge his way into the game. Only the second Syrian player to get to 10 points, though. Drive inside. Harris. He can do no wrong. Jalen Harris. Knocked away, no foul. Without doubt, Jalen Harris with the highest scorer of the qualifiers so far here in Asia. Lee Hyung-young against China had 33. Jalen Harris right now is on 42. And we've still got 3 minutes of basketball to play. Where could he finish up? Goodness only knows. Drive inside, strong move. No joy though. Kenan turns the corner, kicks it to the wide open Oluguan, who gets in on the three-point act. It's clearly contagious for the Jordanian team, hitting the 3. 93 now for Jordan. 39-point lead, stolen away. Harris working hard. That one's off Kenan, though, so will remain Syrian ball. Is that the end of Harris's night, though? He heads to the bench. 2.5 minutes to play. 42 points and 6 rebounds. 8 triples for Harris. That one's deflected. And that will send El Khoury to the line for shots. First taste of the action here in today's qualifier. Just had a few seconds in game day 1 as well. Gets a second to go. Heading back to the third. Gets the third. Good contribution for him. First points of these qualifiers. Kenan. Abu Wazane hands it away. Baseline drive, recollects possession. Shahar with a strong move. Hesitation. Right hand not soft enough though. Oluguan with the rebound and hands it away to Kenan. Shahar for 3. High rebound. Davis Jr. goes high to pull it down. Foul's going to be called on Shahar. That will see him head out of the game and Al-Shiab come in. Davis Jr. just taking a moment to catch his breath. Jordan in the penalty. In fact, we're going to see Davis Jr. step out. I think he got caught in a very delicate area. Just needs a moment to recompose himself. Mikkelsen will step into his spot on the line. Hits the first. Mikkelsen, Syria's leading scorer with 12 now. Kenan. And another 3 ball. This time for Al-Shayeb, and look at the reaction from his teammates. A player that doesn't get a huge amount of minutes or attention comes in and hits a big shot. Rebound pulled down by Kenan. Good ball movement into the corner. Drives inside. Will draw the blocking foul from Araith, and that's what it means to that Jordanian team, and they are a team. They do stand by one another. Sometimes a little bit to their detriment, I may say, but most of the time they lift each other up. Araith with his 3rd foul as we see Oluguan head to the line for 2. Misses the 2nd. Rebound for Jordan though, and they keep crashing the offensive glass, and this has been a continuous problem for Syria. 19 offensive rebounds for Jordan. Tough to give away that many second chance opportunities and come away with a win. Mickelson telegraphs the pass and it's stolen away. Canaan to the bucket for 2. And that sees Jordan bring up the ton. A 52-point lead here, heading into the final seconds. Rebound pulled down, and that will be the final buzzer. That brings the curtain down on a very impressive performance from Jordan. Dominant from the opening tip to the final buzzer. A big performance, 12 deep. Syria, an awful lot to look at right now. But what a performance we have had here from both teams. Syria 48, Jordan 100. That's your final score. Jordan finished the first window with a perfect 2-0 record. Well, certainly a tough night at the office for Syria. A phenomenal night at the office for Jordan, and in particular Jalen Harris almost broke the record for points in a game in these Asian World Cup qualifiers. The record was 43. He finished with 42. Second highest ever score total in the Asian region. An unbelievable performance from him. Truly, truly was. And to be fair, an unbelievable performance from the Jordanian crowd. And they show some appreciation to their fans who have brought the noise throughout the game. But Jordan, sitting pretty right now, will finish the first window top of Group C. Syria will be propping up the group with some tough games ahead of them against Iraq and Iran. A lot required now from Syria to go back to the drawing board, find some new ways. It's Syria 48, Jordan 100. Here's your shooting stats. Jordan just getting the job done everywhere, right? Literally getting the job done everywhere. Across the board, dominating the game. Leading scorer Harris, 42 points, including 8 triples for Syria. Their leading scorer Mickelson, who has 12. Well, both teams head to the locker rooms, and we will hopefully dive in and have a look at some of the highlight plays from that second half of action here in Amman. Well, here are the big plays of the fourth quarter. You have to give credit to Syria. They did keep pushing all the way to the end. That was a powerful play by Omar Edilbi. The putback was with authority. Took some of his frustrations out on the rim. But once again, Jordan just too powerful, too strong, with the fourth quarter actually being their highest scoring quarter of the game. Plenty of highlight plays, highlight players to look throughout this. None more so than that man there. Jalen Harris, 42 points, 8 three-pointers. Second highest ever score from a player in these World Cup qualifiers in Asia. Was just a point off the record and sat down for the last 2.5 minutes. If only they'd known a record was up for grabs, they might have given him a bit more time. That was the alley-oop play from Ibrahim to Al-Daweri. That was a logo 3 from Harris. So many big moments for Jordan But what a game we have had here in Amman. Here is the group at the end of the first window. As you see, Jordan in top spot, Iran in second, both with 2 wins. Iraq and Syria third and fourth respectively, still looking for their first wins as they head back to the qualifiers in February and March, end of Feb, early March next year. Next up for Syria will be Iraq on Friday the 27th of February, whilst Jordan will take on Iran on the same day. Big games coming up. Thank you so much for joining me here courtside in Amman. It has been a very enjoyable 40 minutes of basketball, a very dominant performance from the Jordanian team. But the final score is Syria 48, Jordan 100.